Hello, everybody. Like my dear friend said, my name is Milan, and I'm here in front of the company codes. Regarding the codes, who we are and what we do, basically, even our name is blend from what we do: consulting, development, and solution. For purpose of this presentation, I was searching for one line that could describe in the best way what we do, and that line should be mercenaries in your telematics war. Basically, what we do for the last 2 years, we are helping other Gurtam partners in their projects and for them to be successful. Doing that, in the last 2 years, we recognize some patterns, some things that appears from time to time, and we wish to share it with you today. Regarding what we recognize, like first important thing is for sure that basically we are all the same, but we are all different. Regarding the same, we all like to be here and enjoy Gurtam hospitality. We all trying to make some money, and we are all in business solving our client issues. Might be we have different clients, but we are always solving their issues. In the matter of why we are different, it's different size of the market, different size of the company, touch point view, different background from all of us. And in matter of importance, I see this background issue as a most important one. Sorry for this slide. No, it's okay there. Basically, all of us here could be, let's say, sorted in 4 different groups regarding background. We all entering this industry from some perspective. We could be good in hardware, good in software, good in business issues, sales or business in general, or we're coming from some other industry and have very specific knowledge about that industry. What is interesting to me is that basically that angle from which we are coming to this industry determines our viewpoint on what we do, basically on all issues, on everything in telematics. Usually we're all trying to solve our problems using our strongest weapon, and we usually have one. We are good in hardware or in software or in business or in whatever. From the other side, interesting thing is that if you wish to see really serious telematic solutions, you need to have all of those knowledges together. Basically, it's impossible to work in some specific niche if you don't have them all. And plus, in addition, we need to have knowledge about Vialon as a platform, because Vialon is in the middle of our activities, like as a center point of everything. Basically, no matter are we small or big, are we from which angle we are coming, projects that appear to us are basically usual and common. It could be small projects, it could be huge ones. It could be something small as some non-existing report or template, a report template in Vialon. It could be something huge as a custom niche solution, basically where you have like Vialon as a foundation, but you have 5 floors on it, build a really serious job. No matter is it small or big, basically procedure is the same. We need to collect all that knowledge about those 4 things: software, hardware, how to and to whom to sell it, that specific industry knowledge, specific niche knowledge, and of course to know Vialon, to put everything in the same pot and to cook it, right? But at the end, that is not all that we need. There is some additional thing. We need something that will connect all that knowledge and put it in the same direction, put it on the same track to go towards same goal. Basically, we need someone For purpose of this presentation, we call that guy a chef. Let's say it that way. I purposely trying to avoid title for that person. Let's say in Gurtam, that person would have name business analyst, but depending from your approach, it could even have different name. But the most important thing is we need one person to glue everything up, to put everything together, or our knowledge, everything that we know and everything that we are in matter of project and success on that project. What we recognize is that usually, let's say from my point of view, might be in 90% of cases, Gurtam Partners doesn't use a chef or business analyst or whatever in matter of custom development. And basically, what is happening because that specific guy is missing? Let's say this way, we'll do like one scenario, what could be possible, what is usually happening. In a matter of sales guys or account managers and how the process begins with sales. The best ever moment to influence cost of development, cost of custom solution, whatever, is basically beginning of the sales process. Because if you tune up a bit demand from customer, you could get much cheaper solution for you and a solution with same value for him. But unfortunately, usually, sales guys, instead of advising customer what is the best way to do the project, they're basically just taking the notes. Just take few lines and go with that to their software developer department or some other developers. What's happening there? It's happening that basically software developers, programmer guys, taking that demand, usually it is just a few lines of what is needed to be built, and usually they don't really understand totally in all functionality and everything that they need to do, and usually they approach project on specific way. What they do, because risk is huge, there is no good business analysis, they need to cover somehow that risk. They will give you twice or triple higher price than it should be, with the logic, okay, if they pay this much, we will find a way how to build it. We will find a way how to deal with it. If that goes well, and you go back to your customer and give him that higher price, and he said, yes, we will go with it, there is usually new problem in all story. Those software developers need to face some major obstacles regarding them dealing with custom software development on the base of Milan. First thing, usually software developers that we find, at least it was the case for me when I was beginning in this job, they have lack of general telematics knowledge. And that's like huge obstacles for them to think what we need and what they need to build. Second thing, usually, at least it was the case with me 6 or 7 years ago, I give them demand, but basically that demand is bad business analysis. I just give them few lines, and that's usually not enough for them to understand full picture. And third, and major thing is that they usually have lack of knowledge about Vialon, and if Vialon is foundation, then Vialon is very, very, very important. If after that they're brave enough to start development, usually things that happens is something that I like to call demolition circle. And it's basically how to learn telematics in the most expensive way. Basically what's happening? They have that bad business analysis and demand that is basically 3 lines. They start working on it, they build something, then they figure it out that something is missing. And of course, they need to start again and finish again and again find out that something is missing. And basically, you're going in circle. What's happening? Okay, you try to save some money. Basically, for a lot of us, when you say business analyst, sound like some non-necessary person just spending money. He's not a developer. Like developers could do that for themselves. But there is a case, basically, that if you try to save some money, and of course we are all pressed by market and prices and everything, you could spend a lot more, because it is not only one project finished like this. Instead of last for 2 months, that project lasts for 1 year. But never mind, like this example is not here to scare you. It is just here to be aware, because at the end, you need to try, at least to try. You need to do those things, those custom development stuff. Because if you try, you will succeed, or you may not. But if you do not succeed, you need to try again, because it's very, very, very important. And why it's important? We are all in service of the market, and market has a message. And message is this: you can sell regular products for regular price, or you could sell custom products for higher prices. And there is that imaginary line in between. And what is that imaginary line? That imaginary line, market pushing down every single day. These are customers searching for discounts, pressing us to give them something cheaper. From other side, our friends from Gurtam and all other partners pushing that line up, trying to make us bigger revenue and everything with new solutions and new opportunities. But at the end, that fight is so important that we all need to help, because on first thing, revenue, our current revenue, because we need to save current revenue. Future revenue, we need to earn more money. In matter of customer retention, because deeper we are in the system of the customer with those custom developments, it is harder to get out from there. And third thing, impact of the market, impact on the customer, on suppliers, on competition.
Mr.
Basically,
Milan, sincere apologies. We need to wrap up.
yeah.
Time.
And basically, at the end, what you need to do, if you don't have what you need, go home, find developers and find those business analysts, the chief that you might be missing. Why? Because it will come anyway. It is like market will push you toward that. You need to do custom development, and it's better to jump than to be pushed. Thank you. I wrap it up.